What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Midwest Days of Thunder Truck Series. My name is Gary Sack. I'm joined here tonight by Isaac Dagner. What's going on?
Hey, not much. Just another night here. What do we got? Tuesday night racing trucks at Nashville Fairgrounds.
And I am also joined in the booth by Payton Harden. How's it going, Payton?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Glad to be here.
We're racing at Nashville Fairgrounds tonight. Payton, you've driven these trucks before. Have you driven them at Nashville Fairgrounds yet? How do you think they drive?
Well, I did a couple practice laps earlier today, and I'll tell you.
Uh-oh. I think we might have just lost Payton.
Well, that was a little short-lived.
Yep. But, what do you think of the way these trucks are going to be driving here tonight, Isaac?
Well, I haven't raced trucks at Nashville Fairgrounds. However, I have raced them at North Wilkesboro. Now, the tracks are slightly different. However, the relative flow of the track, I feel, is pretty similar. And this track has the potential to make some pretty good side-by-side racing out there today for some short track racing, especially with these trucks, considering their size.
Sorry about that. Technical issues on my part.
It's all good. Yeah, I'm expecting some good short track racing out here tonight as well. I know these are some pretty good times that we've got going on right now. A lot of people are running low 19s. I did see one 18 or high 18 second lap in there posted by Ryan Hoover. And
Pretty good. That's real fast.
right now it's looking like we've got about a minute and a half left to practice. Why don't we pull up Chase Harden and see what how he's feeling about tonight?
Gotta be fun.
Hey Chase, this guy's up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah.
Hey man,
Hey,
tonight
how's it going, Chase?
we
Okay.
got some short track racing at Nashville Fairgrounds. What are you expecting for tonight?
Well, to be honest, I'm expecting a lot of wrecks. Hopefully I do good. Last season in ARCA, it tied my best finish with fourth, which isn't very great. But, if I can get a top 5 tonight, I'll be happy. So, yeah.
Yeah, and we were doing some practice earlier. I know we were having some problems with the truck getting tight in center of corner. Are you still having that problem right now? Or is the
I
track
fixed
conditions
it.
helped?
So, I fixed it somewhat. It's still a little tight, but it's not terrible. It's not like it was earlier. I found out a way to fix it.
Alright, Chase, so I'm gonna go send you back down there with Simone. So good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Good luck, Chase.
Alright.
I'm watching these final few practice laps that are being turned in right now as they go into qualifying, and those trucks really seem to hook these corners well. I'm seeing some side-by-side racing already towards the end of practice, so I'm really curious to see what this race is going to show us.
Yep, I'm watching our points leader, Ryan Simone, a.k.a. Twig, qualify right now. Let's see how he does. I'm real excited for tonight. I think we're going to see some great short track racing out here.
Looks like he ran up top coming on corner entry in 3 and 4. We'll see if the run coming off the top helps his lap time and all.
Well, tonight, I don't know if you guys see this, but tonight's going to be a little bit different. We got the one lap qualifying instead of the normal 2. So I think that might help him out. Oh,
Yep.
and he spins! Wow.
And it looks like our early fastest time is Alshire. I think that's how you pronounce that. He ran a 19 .02 second lap. So we'll see if anybody's able to top that time.
Man, that is crazy fast. I couldn't break 20 seconds when I ran there. Do you know these guys, they do it, and they do it well. They just show up for the most part, in that right, Gary?
Yep, and Adam was in the league here before a few seasons ago, and he's making his return tonight, so he's hoping for a good debut race back to see if he can get a good finish.
Yeah, man, it should be excited to see him race. I never got to see him race. He was here before my time, but I hear he's pretty good.
David Mcguire just put in the third fastest overall lap that we've seen so far with a 19.2. So far, we're 2 minutes into this qualifying session, and we're seeing a lot of the drivers have held off yet on their qualifying hot laps. We can only imagine what they're thinking, but I think it might be safe to say they want to see what their competitors, who they think they'll be racing up against tonight, how they fare, and maybe they could just be waiting for a little bit of track temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah, while we're waiting for qualifying to close out here, I'm going to go ahead and pull up our race info. Track temp right now is 74 degrees, and we got 125 laps tonight, 60% fuel, and no fast repairs. So this is going to be a pretty good race tonight.
Yeah, should be a fun one. I always love to come out here and watch these guys at the short tracks, because they absolutely kill it every time. I'm wondering what the strategy is going to be tonight. You know, tire-wise, are they taking 2 or 4? Are they waiting it? Or are they doing it on the green? Hoping there's no caution? Are they hoping for the caution? These are all things that I would usually counter into my strategy, so it's going to be fun to see how these guys play it out.
Yeah, and Payne, what do you think the fuel runs will be here, as we got 60% fuel tonight? How long do you think they'll be able to make it before they have to pit?
I'm going to be honest, I'm no expert on fuel runs. You know, usually I'm just sitting there waiting for my crew chief to tell me when to come into the pits.
Ooh,
So
Lance
I
Hill
don't know what
bent
the
up
normal
out
one
of
is.
shape mid-qualifying lap.
Yeah, I just saw somebody else spin too. I think it was Vincent Van Bichan? Not sure.
Vacuum?
Yep. I think that's it. Yeah, I'm not very good with names, so I just want to apologize to anybody who I've pinned by not saying their name correctly. But I'm no expert on the fuel runs here, so I'm really not very qualified to answer that question. Isaac, what do you think?
Well, I am a guest broadcaster for tonight. I am new to the truck series, and I am not even confident at what they are running down here for fuel percentage. So what they have as a fuel window tonight, as of right now, I haven't the slightest idea. However, I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference in the outcome of this race.
I could say we could expect just 45 to 50 laps on a guess here. But again, not sure about that because I have no idea.
And it looks like we are closing out qualifying here. Yep, qualifying just finished, so we'll go here and look at our starting lineup. Adam Mcguire is going to be your pole sitter in the number 48. With Alex Forget in the 19 on his outside. Second row, you've got Gualamine Poland and David Mcguire. Third row, you got Ryan Hoover in the 14, followed by Daniel Quigley in the 40. Your fourth row would be Jonathan Nance in the 8, followed by Joshua O'Connor. Teammates starting right next to each other tonight. Fifth row, you got Lance Hill in the 52 and Josh Van Weston in the 25.
All right, starting at row 6, 11th place, David Harden. Nick Joyner, 12th place. Starting 13th, Ryan Red Stick Simone with Vincent Vacon on his outside. Next row back, Chase Jones, accompanied by Brandon Hughes, followed up by Adam Lighty and Corey Raboin. Kevin Jordan is piloting the 95. He looks like he'll be starting in 19th position with Marshall Harris on his outside. From here on out, because we have people who haven't been putting in qualifying times, the order may be a little bit different from what we see on the actual green flag drop. But we also have Robert Morrison. And is Michael Giberson racing in this series, or is he adminning as well?
I think Gib is adminning tonight.
Okay.
And in the 22nd position, presumably, we have Anthony Edgerton. And in last place, we have none other than my little brother, Jace Harden. Man, I'm really excited for this one, I'll tell you what.
I'm really curious to see how these fellows in the back who didn't put in qualifying times fare on these opening laps. We had probably somewhere about half the field that didn't put in a qualifying time tonight.
I'm sure it has a little bit of strategy into it. I know that usually I like to start in the back of these types of things and try to stay as far away from the wrecks as possible, but you know, sometimes when you're back there in the back, that's where the wrecks happen. So it's really a risk. You're taking it to be back there, or you're taking it to be back there and get back. So you never really know in these things, you know, no fast repairs in this series, so you can't just pull into the pits and get it all fixed in like 2 seconds. So it should really be a fun one.
Yeah, it's going to be fun tonight, and it looks like the lights are off on the pace truck. He'll be coming down the pit road here this time by, it looks like. I do not think I've got a starter cam for this track, unfortunately, so we'll have to use the regular TV cams today. But that's alright. And pace truck is coming down pit road.
Man, here we go.
And Mcguire and Alex Forget, they're leading the field off. Green flag is out.
Fire in the hole, baby.
And Mcguire with the early jump coming into turn 1 and 2. We'll see if Alex Forget is able to fire back at him. Got some good side-by-side racing towards the back. 69 of David Mcguire. He's looking to the outside of Gualamin, Poland. But he could not quite get there.
I'm watching a battle unfold right now back there with 13 of Chase Jones. He's fighting hard with the 36, Ryan Simone on his outside. And it's looking like they got the 86 of Nick Joyner all tangled up in there. For the last 2 laps, we've been seeing them trade paint, and it's looking like down there on the bottom with Chase Jones, he's giving him the bumper. He's applying that pressure, trying to get by.
Oh man, they just went 3 wide, and they got it back to double, but this is real exciting back here on the backstretch watching these battles.
And it looks like the 13 of Chase Jones was able to clear the 86 of Nick Joyner. I'm going to check back here in the front, and the R2 leaders, Adam Mcguire and Alex Forget, they're pulling away from the field. They got that up to a 1.30 second lap gap on 3rd place.
This guy is running real fast.
Oh, we got a spin on the front stretch. Sideways across the start finish.
That's going to throw out a caution. It's going to be your first caution tonight, lap number 5.
I don't know which truck that was. It was a black one. Could that have been Red Stick?
Yeah, that's
good.
good.
That's looking like that was Red Stick.
Oh man, that's a tough break for him.
Looks like he got loose coming out of 4, and he could not save it, but luckily everybody was able to get around him so he doesn't have too much damage from that spin. His tires are probably shot, though.
I'll tell you what, I was talking about that earlier before the technical difficulties. This setup is a little bit loose here, and if you get back on it too fast, you're going to slide like you're on the dirt track.
Which is exactly what we saw there. Twig Simone, Ryan Simone over there, as he was exiting turn 4, he just got a little bit loose. The good news is that they were towards the back of the pack, and it was relatively early in the run yet, so you didn't have those leaders coming around on them. Otherwise, that could have been a lot worse than what we saw.
Oh yeah, for sure. You know, you really hate to see it a tough break like with a guy like that. You know, I really like Twig. He's a good guy. He's top of the leaderboard right now, and I'm sure he's probably not too happy about that one.
Yeah, and good job on everybody else to get around him cleanly as well. It still brought out the yellow, but I don't think anybody else had any damage from that. And during that green flag run, it looks like Mcguire set your fastest lap. I did not see what time that was, but Mcguire so far has your bonus point for the fastest lap of the race.
I'm looking here at pit road, and we're not seeing anybody pitting yet. So the question is, are they going to pit? Stay out? It's only been 2 laps. So are they going to come in? Are they going to stay out? What do you think, Gary? Oh, looks like we got Chase Harden coming into the pits.
I think we'll have a couple takers maybe, but last time I ran here, you were able to go a very long time without having to come in the pits. Granted, I was running in a cup car here, but I'm sure it's similar to the trucks in how long you can run.
Chase Harden is out of his pit box. Yeah, man, I really, yeah, man, I agree with that, Gary.
I'm surprised. I don't think I've seen Ryan head down to the pits yet. Those tires got to be shot or at least screaming after that.
Yeah, they've got to be.
Knowing Twig, he's going to try to ride it out for as long as he can. Try not to lose too much.
I just don't see any benefits as why he wouldn't. He was in the back of the pack, still on the lead lap. He had absolutely nothing to lose. I don't believe we have tire sets in this league.
No, we don't.
And it doesn't look like he has any damage either, so he's trying to stay out, I think, so to see what the truck feels like on those old tires.
I feel like we're about to see what it's going to feel like as the lights are out on the pace car. Adam Aylshire leading them out. Green flag is out as they head off towards turn 1 with Alex Forget on the outside. Already clearing them up. Single file in the front, 54, a couple rows back. Guillemets looking like he's losing a position. A couple rows back on that. We still have 2 wide racing. They were looking at potentially opening up a 3rd row back there. We had a couple drivers back out of it, and it's looking like continuous 2 wide traffic down the mid pack. Gentlemen, do you see any battles going on throughout the field?
What a pack stretch. Oh,
it was 25.
Who's it going to collect? And it's going to collect the 34 of David Hawkins.
That was rough. I was just panning over him when I saw that. It looked like we had a little bit of a 2-wide battle going on. Somebody got a little bit loose and made contact with that wall.
What it looks like happened to me is that 13 truck hit the 52 coming out of the turn, and then the 25, he came up and the 25 got into him, and it caused that. Jonathan Nance narrowly avoided it, and the 34 got collected by it from the 25.
Oh yeah, I see that. And let's see, who was that? Was that Lance Hill? Yeah, it looks like Lance Hill just had no grip exiting turn 2 there, and he was just getting railroaded by the 13. He had to let up, and when he let up, he just lost traction and ended up collecting the 25.
Shame to see. Now, that's one of the things I love about this short track race is anything can happen at any moment, and you don't know if you're going to be able to avoid it because the track is so short and you don't got too much room. It's one of the reasons I really enjoy racing this style of track. Get a chance to. I'm usually pretty decent at these types of tracks, and that's one of the reasons, you know, if you can get around the wrecks and keep a clean car, you've got a top 10.
Yeah, and this is the type of track. I know the damage didn't really affect the Cup cars too much when we went here in Cup earlier in the season, but the trucks are a little slower. We'll see how the aero affects some of these trucks, but I don't think it's going to play too big a factor with aero damage.
And we've got David R. Harden, who's coming out of the pits right now. Josh Van Western, both of those guys, Josh Van Western that took out David Harden, they're both coming out of the pits right now.
Looks like Josh Van Western took damage, and David Harden, he also took 4 tires, it looks like, as they had some pretty long pit times.
And we got Robert E. Morrison coming in.
I was gonna say, just with the amount of trucks that were caught up in that one, we're definitely gonna be seeing some people coming down, see if they can bang out some dents.
Really the best time to do it too. Sorry, Gary.
Right now, Josh Van Western is the only car a lap down, so he's gotta be hoping for a caution right now to see if he can get that lucky dog.
Was he involved in the last one, or is he potentially a lucky dog this time by?
He was involved in the last caution. We got Michael Giverson over here on YouTube. He's rooting for Chase Harden, and it looks like, and Grim Reaper, yes, that pace truck is lifted. Go ahead, Pagan.
I don't have anything too much. I don't have anything. I just unmuted my mic. Oh, and a big shakeup coming in turn 1.
Got some 2 wide action back here for that 3rd position. David Mcguire on the inside and Daniel Quigley on the outside. He's going to get a huge run coming off of turn 4.
Oh man, that was almost a wreck right there between that 40 car and I think that's a 39.
It's Joshua O'Connor. Yeah, Joshua O'Connor, he got a little too down low in the paint. Looks like he got his left front on that apron and he just lost all the steering. He's going straight through that corner. Good correction on him to avoid an accident.
Oh yeah, I really like that guy. You know, he can really save a wreck. It's one of his best qualities. He got a little bit loose right there too. Must be something happening with his truck.
Oh, we got a caution out on the racetrack.
Twig will spin on
find out where it's from.
Ryan Simone, aka Twig, spins on the back stretch. Let's see if it was his fault.
Oh.
Yep, he got loose coming off of turn 2.
It looked like he was really hard on the brakes going into turn 1 as well. I'm telling you, those rear tires are scorched. You should have came down and got a new set, because now he's down there on the grid and everybody's looking at him like, come on, man. We're going through cautions like crazy. We want to get some racing in here.
Yeah, and I've definitely been in that situation. I remember when we ran here in the ARCA cars, we had a whole bunch of cautions, and I was just like, come on, man, I just want to go and race some more. I think the longest green flag run we got, it was like 25 laps the whole night. It was a little bit frustrating.
I can see that. I mean, here in MDOT, we have some pretty good races, and there's been a few times that we've been to Nashville Fairgrounds and North Wilkesboro that's gotten some long green flag runs. The racing that happens when you start spreading out on these short tracks, there's a battle every direction you look, dang near.
Yeah. Josh Van Western going to come back down pit road.
I believe he's going to try to see if he can get some more damage fixed. I know he still has some from his last accident. We'll see if Twig comes down as well.
Yeah, man, I'm really surprised that he has not come back in. I'm wondering what his strategy is to stay out there on them tires. They're clearly messed up. You know, if I was him, I'd come in, just get a fresh set, and if he puts me a lap down, hope I can battle my way into that lucky dog position.
Well, he shouldn't have to worry about going a lap down. I mean, dang, we're in caution conditions. The pace truck is out on the track. and he's at the back of the pack. To me, all common sense would say, this is your perfect opportunity. Come down here, get rid of these scorched tires, get some fresh new rubber on, and try to work on some track position from there.
Yeah, man, I totally agree with that.
I agree with that as well. If I was in Twig's position, I would definitely come down and get some optional damage fixed, and I would get some fresh tires.
Yeah, I mean, it's well, we'll see how he does this time. Bye.
It looks like Josh Van Western is going to be back on the lead lap.
Lights are off on the pace truck. We're going to be going back green this time. We'll see if Alex Forget is able to get the jump on Adam Algier, or if Adam Algier will stay in the lead on this restart.
That's something I'm going to ask you, Gary. Sorry about that. You can finish that sentence before I ask you.
Pace trucks coming in, and the green flag is back out. Adam Algier with a pretty decent jump, but Alex Forget is not letting Adam Algier get away.
They just touched.
Little bit of contact in turns 1 and 2. Alex Forget is going to see if he can get the run coming off of turns 3 and 4, which I believe he's going to be able to. Ooh, there's really close, almost making contact.
Oh, we got a spinner in turn 1. He'll throw it right into the wall.
Oh, David Mcguire.
Oh, man.
Oh, David Mcguire could have missed that one. That one looked hard. That one might have damaged his engine. I was just wanting to mention how good David Mcguire was driving through this pack.
That's really tough. You hate to see it.
Oh man, let's see if I can get a camera angle on his truck.
Looks like there was a bit of netcode between the 13 and the 54. David Mcguire had nowhere to go. He's gonna have a lot of damage from that crash.
Oh, it's looking like he's coming down into the pits right now, but yeah, that engine isn't healthy. Oh, that's sad to see. Wrong place at the wrong time.
I mean, it's really something that happens at these short tracks too. Is you got to be expecting everything because it'll come right at you.
Hey, and go ahead with what you were asking before the last green flag run.
I was gonna ask you, what are your thoughts on getting that little bit of jump on the start? How do you think that benefits? Because you're a cup. So, what are your thoughts on how that really benefits you?
If you can get the early jump and get a good start, then that'll really help you, especially coming into turns 3 and 4. Once you got that track position, because the guy who's fighting for the lead with you, he's gonna be killing his tires a lot more trying to get to you.
What's the gearing on these trucks? Are they restarting from first gear or are they restarting from second? Because I know with the cars, the Xfinity cars and the Cup cars at both Nashville and North Wilkesboro, if you're anywhere back in the pack, you might as well start second, sometimes even third, depending on the race you're running. But if you're up there in the front, you can gain a lot of traction and a lot of speed by starting from first. Is that possible with these trucks?
I think that's a good question. It's as someone who's driven these trucks half the schedule early on in the season. When we went to North Wilkesboro, which is pretty similar to this track, we were starting in second gear because it was so torquey that when you get on the gas, you spin right out if you weren't in second.
And that is a valid point as well. I was doing some testing earlier with Chase Harden, and yeah, I was restarting in second gear every single caution. Because you spin the tires so much in first gear and you can't get a good start from it.
Now, that 19 car has first place. My question is he going to just run his line, or is he going to try to pinch up that 48 car, or truck, sorry. Is he going to try to pinch up that 48 truck and really get a run and try to slow him down so that he can take the lead even further?
Well,
Or are we
gentlemen,
gonna
the
see the
lights are out
opposite?
on the pace truck. As the pace truck is entering, coming down into pit lane. Alex Forget leading the pack around. Adam Aylshire on his outside, getting ready to take the green flag here. And the green flag is dropped. Adam Aylshire
Ooh,
had a
no
much better
touch.
launch. It's looking like we had some wheel spin down there on the bottom line from Alex Forget. Adam Aylshire just had such a better launch, and he's already clear of him. Now it's up to Alex to block that position for the 52. He doesn't want to give up 2 places here on the restart.
Well, you see,
Further-
that's something... Oh, sorry about that. Finish that sentence.
Oh, I was just saying, further on down the line, we have a neck-and-neck battle between the 39 and the 40 of Joshua O'Connor and the 39 and Daniel Quigley. And the 13's looking like he's getting a little loose exiting the corner as the 39 peels away from him as well.
Yeah, man.
Back to you, Peyton.
Man, like I was saying, is you know, that's something we really saw that we were talking about. Is when you restart in first gear, your tire's spinning; it doesn't want to let you go. So I think that he may have restarted in first gear like that, thinking he was going to get a little bit of a better jump, and it just didn't work out for him.
I don't mean to cut in front of you, but it's getting pretty heated down here between Jonathan Nance in the 8 and Chase Jones in the 13. They've been trading paint here for a couple corners now, and we're seeing the 8 get right into that rear bumper trying to move him out of the way. He didn't appreciate that slide job too well.
Looking back at towards the back, I'm not seeing any bells. It looks like they're starting to single file out a little bit. The only battle going on right now is between the 13 of Chase Jones and Jonathan Nance for the 6th position.
Chase is fighting hard. He wants to hold on to that position. He started here this evening rather, in 15th place. As I say that, caution is out. It sounds like the front stretch. We had drivers saying something over race comms, and Adam Lichty is towing back to pit roads.
Oh, that's going to collect 3 cars right there. Let me zoom in on that. See what the numbers are. Looks like the 51 spun out, and it'll collect the 86 of Nick Joyner and the 34 of David Harden again, along with that 25 car that we saw go a lap down earlier.
I'm going back to see what happened. It looks like the 14 of Ryan Hoover got into the rear end of the 51. I think the 14 just had a little better of an exit and couldn't keep it out of the 51's rear end. And that's going to cause the 51 to go around and collect a few cars in that.
Question is, are we going to see Ryan Simone pit this time?
That's almost the ultimate question now. Where we just got to start a count. Like when we got to start selling tickets.
Might as
See
well
if
be
you
a whole
can guess what
broadcast.
lap. Yeah. I mean, right now though, now he's in a position. He finds himself mid-pack in 11th place. He doesn't pit. I was gonna say, now you might not want to pit because you actually have some track position behind you.
Yeah, maybe he figures that if he gets some tires coming up, he can get some of that nasty, disgusting, squealing spin run.
I can't tell you how iRacing works when it comes to those kind of technicalities, but I can tell you in the real world it doesn't work that way. I'd be surprised if it does on iRacing.
I would be too.
We're gonna have to start a GoFundMe for that boy to get some tires.
Said for a second he came in the pits, but that might have also just been a glitch with SDK.
No, he was toying with the entrance line. He went down there to try to fake one out on the old 45 of Robert Morrison.
while we're under caution, I'm gonna go over the schedule and what we got going on for the rest of the week. Thursday, you got me up in the booth back with Isaac Wilson for the ARCA race. They're going to Auto Club, and then on Friday, you also got the Cup race at Auto Club. So we're gonna have some pretty good racing here for the rest of the week.
Yeah, I really enjoy Auto Club. It's a fun track. It's hard though, you know. It's not one of those tracks where you have to brake coming in turns, but you have to let off and you have to be near perfect on your throttle and your steering if you want to get a good lap in.
Well, I think the question we have to ask now is, can Alex Forget working that outside do what Adam did to him last time by?
Oh, and they're gonna jump it coming off of turn 2, turn 3.
Do we?
Wow.
Let me
Hold on
know
a
if
second.
Chimmel says something, because Adam Malshire definitely jumped that start.
Can we look up in the rule book? Is that legal?
We might have to get the racing stewards involved in this one, because I don't know what I just saw.
That was a whole turn early.
They're already coming up on some lap traffic, though. We're just going to have to work with it. Who's that, the 78?
Yeah, that's a 78 on
Marshall
Harris. That's a tough night for him. He's going multiple laps down.
He'll pull back into the pits. Oh man, I might have to look that one up in the rule book real quick.
Has Schimmel said anything over radio yet? Because he definitely jumped the start.
There were some things said over radio, but I think we're going to best leave them off the broadcast for now. No, Schimmel, the league admin that runs this series, he has yet to comment on it. We can only imagine what's going on up there in the administration booth, but for now, the best we can do is give you coverage down here on the track.
I'm sure that there are some drivers that are complaining about that right now.
Oh, rightfully so. But we're going to see how this ends up this run.
Oh yeah. It looks like Adam Forget is going to go and make a move, and he's going to miss it. It's going to lose him a little bit of time right there.
Chase Jones really working his way up into the picture. He's one spot off now from a podium. Started the evening in 15th place, currently residing in 4th. Joshua Connor keeping up right behind him. He started in the top 10, and he's holding a solid 5th place right now. As Jonathan Nance in the 8 looks like he's closing the gap outside of 4. We'll see how this battle turns over into the next couple of laps. But elsewise, let's look throughout the pack.
I'm looking at the 22 right now of Toy Edrington. He got passed by Brandon Hughes for 14th. Brandon Hughes is one of the most popular drivers here in the Truck Series. He's always got a few fans out there in the broadcast.
Yeah, man, it's because he races clean. I really enjoy racing. If there's one thing I can say about him, is he always races clean. And that's something that us drivers out there on the track really appreciate.
Well, gentlemen, I don't mean to jinx this, but the pack is starting to spread out. It's single file the whole way through. I think we might be in for a green flag run here. As I'm saying that, the 83 is closing up on the 14 as the battle for 8th place looks like it's starting to get underway.
Oh, and the past lap traffic. Up here, it's going to be an 86. I believe that's Nick Joyner.
Ryan Hoover is riding that outside lane. I think the outside lane has been the best line on a lot of these green flag runs. So we'll see if that'll allow him to catch Daniel Quigley in front of him for 7th.
If Vincent Vacan doesn't have a word about it first, he's working that inside.
Yep,
and he gets to his rear quarter. It's looking like he won't have the drive off, but it's looking like it might culminate in a good lunge down in turn 1.
The leaders are going to start coming up on the tail end of the field.
Look at that drive off of turn 2. side by side as we go down into turn 3. We're entering turn 4. He's already clear him a car length and a half.
And it looks like Ryan Hoover's gonna try to pull the
Oh, spinner on
crossover,
the
but he
back
couldn't
stretch.
get there. That brings out the
52.
caution.
Looks like the 52 of Lance Hill got loose right there. We just spun it right into the wall.
Oh yeah, I see. He's all the way back in. He's up there with Ryan Hoover now, or rather back there. You see any
Nope.
front impact on that? Look like he damaged his car or just spin?
He did make
to
a
rewind
little
back
contact
to
with
it.
the wall, but
Oh,
I don't
hold on.
think he has a front end damage.
Hold on, we have talk from the.
I didn't
Nope.
hear what he said.
They're talking.
Okay.
Okay, so he said it's legal, but because it was already green, but they wanted to kind of not let it happen again because the pace truck was out on the track at the time. That's what I'm hearing.
So it's looking like iRacing dropped the green flag.
A little bit
A little
early.
premature there. Well, it looks like we got a lot of action down there in pit road this time by.
Oh yeah. We're gonna see
And-
the leaders pit.
This isn't the only time that iRacing's been having a little bit of issues with restarts, because I don't know what it's been like on ovals, because I haven't ran any of those yet this week. But I know on a lot of the dirt ovals, the green flag drops either really late or really early. It's very inconsistent.
Yeah.
And it looks like the 24 of Coy Raboyne, he stays out and is going to be your leader here on this restart. Your first car on fresh tires would be the 48 of Alan Malgire. He pitted that time by under caution. We'll see how the traffic in front of him is able to affect his ability to move up through the field.
This is going to provide to be quite an interesting restart here with the way that this field is shuffled now.
Yeah, and it looks like everybody took 4 tires. I don't see any 2-tire stops looking at their pit times.
Now, while we're here under caution, I gotta ask, who are you guys choosing as your pick this early in the race? Who do you guys think is gonna take it home? I know it's a little early, but let's talk.
Oh man. I'm gonna have to think on that one for a minute. I haven't even thought about that.
I'm gonna have
Jerry,
to
what
go
about
with
you?
the 19 of Alex Forget. I know so far early on, Adam Algire has been dominating a lot of the green flag runs, but Alex Forget has been able to fight really hard, and it looks like the green flag is back out. Corey Raboyne and Toy Edrington leading them off. Toy Edrington with a
Oh, they're 3
huge
wide.
jump.
They're 3 wide.
3
Oh.
wide
They're
for
touching.
third.
They'll all save it. Now, I just noticed that my brother Chase Harden, he's back up there in the front of the pack after starting all the way in the back. That's pretty impressive right there. I do have to give it to him. He's beside his teammate, Ryan Simone. Oh man, this restart is real shifty.
Robert Morrison off to a really, really rough start. I want to say he started 4th and he's all the way back in 14th after 1 lap.
How fast did Adam Algire get back out to the front? Do we think he jumped it? Or he just had a
No,
really
he-
good restart
well,
on
he-
those fresh tires?
So,
I don't
he
think
was on
could
the
have jumped
outside
from where he
line.
was.
Yeah, Adam, he was on the outside line back during that restart. The outside line got a much better launch than the inside, and by turn 2 with his fresh tires, he just drove around I can't recall who was leading at the time, but they presented very little difficulty.
Ooh, and the 8 and the 13 will make a little bit of contact there, but 13's going to be able to save it.
I'm telling you, that battle between the 13 and the 8, that's been the battle of the night.
Man, he's giving him the bumper.
Yeah, it's been that way for coming on 66 laps now.
Man, what did he do to him? Good Lord.
Let's see how Alex Forget is faring after that restart. He's nestled up right on Joshua O'Connor. He's going to try to work the outside here, but he might have the drive off here. If he can get his nose in there, he's on the outside now as they go down into turn 3 side by side. The 39 of Josh O'Connor has better apex speed, but the drive off is hands down Alex Forget as he works his way up into 4th place at the start finish.
Alex Forget is slowly driving it back up there. He's taking a little bit more time than Adam Alshire did. He does not want to kill his tires too early. That's something we've seen out of him all season long, is his strong suit has been the long green flag runs. Somehow, even with damage, he's able to run just as fast as if he were to have fresh tires.
Another driver that's really cutting their way back up there, making their way back up to the front of the pack is Lance Hill after that last caution where he went in, took new tires, and potentially repaired a little bit of damage that he may have faced. In that last lap alone, he passed 3 trucks. He's worked his way back up into 9th position, which is where he started this evening.
Oh, and the 8 car will go around getting hit by the number 19 for Jay.
That's
Wow.
off.
Oh, he's giving him the bumper.
Oh,
Right there.
They're pulling it back up into traffic, and come
What are
on,
they
guys.
doing? Come on.
You guys got to keep that down low. Who was that?
Come
Was that
on.
Red Stick?
That's Alex. That's Alex 4J. And what happened was it looked like 4J hit him, and the 8 car spun, and he couldn't exactly save it. And then they pulled off, and the 4J is just giving him the bumper and pushing him back up on the tree.
We
Right.
got
Unprofessional.
beef tonight. I don't think that Jonathan Nance is going to be too happy with that one.
Oh no. Yeah, some short track heat out there, man.
Because I know he's one of my drivers down here in this truck series, and I know he does not take too kindly to people who take him out.
Man, and my question is, what happened there for him to come back and hit him after they got off the track? That's what I'm trying to look at, is what happened? Did he pull a slide job, or what?
I'm not
'Cause I didn't
sure.
see anything.
David Mcguire regaining one of his 2 laps down.
No, it looks like he just hit him in this. Wow. Short track heat coming out tonight. We see jumped restarts, passing each other. I mean, what's going on? This is my type of racing right here, boys.
Well, I would just like to point out with the whole jump to restart thing is that the race administrators are aware of the situation and they're taking note of it. And we are not accusing anybody of anything.
Yes, I do. I just do want to say that, as we are not accusing anybody.
And it looks like everybody who stayed out on that last caution, they're coming in the pits this time. They saw how much the struggle was on those old tires, and they were like, yeah, I'm coming in and taking 4 freshies.
Yeah, and we're not seeing that 8 car, that 19 car come in. And that's I'm wondering why they're not coming in. You know, if I was in their position, I'd come on in and get some of it fixed.
I don't know if I'm Alex Forget. Granted, I was just in 3rd, 4th place, but even after that accident, I'm still sitting in 7th position. If I'm going into the pits, I'm looking at least bouncing back to 15th, potentially 16th place. That's a lot of track position, especially as we're getting into the second half of this race.
You know what? That is true, but I'm wondering how is the tires going to be affected after he locked them up? You know, and Nance after he spun, how is that going to affect his tires? And are we going to see another caution because of it?
Well, all I gotta say is it can't be that bad because I'm looking at little Twig Simone right now sitting in 10th place.
That he still hasn't pitted, has he?
He is not pitted tonight.
Ryan Simone, man, I'll tell you what.
Michael Giverson joining us over here on YouTube. He said it said green, green, green with the pace truck still on track. So that was just an iRacing glitch. And White Wolf is rooting for Joshua O'Connor. Go ahead and take it away, Isaac.
Oh, this is my time to shine. Well, we got Adam Aylshire and Chase Jones. Chase Jones looking up high, both about an equal start. We're really going to see how this turn 2 exit speed comes out here because I'm putting money that 13 might give him a run here. And which he does. They're going into turn 3 side by side. Still no concession for the lead.
Man,
but the 48 turn.
That looked intentional.
I don't know about that. They're keeping it green. The green flag is still flying. We have a new race leader tonight is Daniel Quigley, who shined brightest in that moment of chaos.
It's incredible they could save that.
It looks like the 48 got a bit loose and couldn't keep it straight and just turned right.
Those transitions,
you
get out of that corner.
I agree with you, Gary.
Yeah, that transition as you're leaving 4 can get you. That's the importance. That's why we take everything and we look at it through before we make any accusations. With that being said, the 48 right on the inside of the 40 as he was looking to complete the pass going down into turn 3. And he is clear by what looks like 2, potentially 3 car lengths. And the race control is handed back over to Adam Aylshire on lap 81.
Looks like they single filed back out. We'll see how many green flag laps we're able to run. And it looks like Jonathan Nance is looking towards getting past Daniel Quigley for that second position with Alex Forget right behind him.
The big X factor, Alex Forget right behind him. Does he make the move now and risk giving that position to Alex Forget, or does he sit back and ride?
That's a tough one to call. Personally, at these short tracks, I'm someone who's like, I like to send it. As long as I can make the pass and not wreck the guy, I'm going for it.
Ooh, 8 looks like he's having a little bit of oversteer exiting that corner.
I'm wondering if we're going to see the 19 make a move on him coming up soon.
Well, I can promise you, all it takes is one mistake now, and that 19th looks like he's going to bite.
Oh, the 19's searching. He just got a little loose.
Yep, 19 getting a bit loose. That's going to allow the 8 to pick up some more time. Joshua O'Connor was looking into the inside of that 13.
Meanwhile, while all of this happens for the battle of second place, Adam Aylshire over the last lap has increased his lead out front from 0.8 to 1.2 seconds.
Oh, that's going to be hard to catch back up to.
Ooh.
As the 8's looking inside, the 40 is going low to cover. As they're just losing more time fighting this battle.
Lance Hill's trying to make his way around the outside of Joshua O'Connor. He's able to get a huge run coming off the corner. And we got lap traffic is starting to play a factor tonight.
I don't know if you guys just saw that, but the 19 trying to give Nance in the 8 car a little bump and run into the turn.
Yep,
He just did it again.
There. He must have been a Gordon
mad.
fan. As I can tell, that guy had to be a Gordon fan because he's applying some Gordon tactics right here. That's what I like to see.
Unfortunately for him, to no avail, as the 8 car is going to stay out in the front of him.
Oh!
13 13 of Chase Jones. He gets loose exiting turn 2 there.
That's
Making a little
something-
bit of contact.
That's something I've been watching for the last couple laps. That's not the first time he's hit the wall. That's the first time we've noticed it, but he's actually hit the wall like 2 times in the past couple laps. So I think there might be something wrong with his truck.
Oh, you can definitely see that on the paint on his side, on the side of his truck.
And that's going to allow Lance Hill to get around him for that 5th position, and Joshua O'Connor is trying to look to the inside coming in turns 1 and 2. He's going to get to that left rear, but he could not get there soon enough.
And the gap between first place of the 48 of and the second place car of Daniel Quigley is going to be about 2 seconds.
Right now, that 8 has
Oh,
not...
oh man.
Some heated chatter over the
We got
radio
some
right
heated
there.
chat over the radio involving lap cars. The age-old question of the role of a lap car.
You know, personally, if I'm in a lap car, I'm not going to give the spot to you unless I know that you're faster than me. I'm going to try to at least stay on whatever lap I'm on, unless I'm already passed by the leader and I know it. If I'm so far back, I'm just going to let you by. But if I have a chance, I mean, I'm going to let you by. You don't have to race me for it. And then 19's up in the wall in turn number 4.
Yeah, 19 was just pushing it really hard to try to get past Jonathan Nance. And that
looks
allowed
like
the 52 of Lance Hill to get around him.
Oh, and it looks like Jonathan Nance is going to catch up to that 40 car. Check on the leader here and see where he is.
2.2 ahead of second place.
It's
Wow.
going to be a hard one to come back from.
Adam
What we're
Alzheimer is just
seeing-
dominating tonight.
What we're seeing happening in the top 5 right now is a good example of track position. So, right now, second place is occupied by the 40 truck of Daniel Quigley. He is racing his heart out there, and he's doing it to a good avail. He is holding on to second place. However, it's very noticeable that he is not the fastest truck out there, or even the second fastest, because he has 3 trucks, which are all within 0.4 of a second behind him. As the 40
Oh.
ducks down low to let the 8 by, that was unexpected.
You know, I think he just saw he was faster and decided he's not going to battle for it anymore. But he's also going to lose 2 spots, and he's going to stay down
What?
there and let the 19 car by. What is
Yeah, he's losing 3 positions. He let 3
Oh,
positions
okay.
by with 25 laps to go in this race. I was just talking about how beautiful of a situation this was in him utilizing his track position. He may not be the fastest truck out there, but it doesn't matter because he's the truck leading that pack in second place.
And it looks like that 19 car is overdriving the turns a little bit, because every time you see him in turn 3 and 4, he's getting up there, and Tail's going to make a move from number 3. He's
Get ready.
under.
It's looking like we're having a green flag pit stop here. 13.
Oh man, here we go.
And ever since Lance Hill and Jonathan Nance got by that 40, they are closing that gap on Adam Alzheimer. It was up to 2.2 seconds, but now it's back down to almost 1.5 seconds of a
We
gap.
got some lap cars battling side by side right in front of Lance Hill as well.
And that 19 car is going to go ahead and start battling back with Jonathan Nance. Looks like Chase Jones was the only car to pit right there. Oh, we'll give him a big shot in the 3.
Nance getting loose and giving a huge block to the 19 of Alex Forget.
Get ready, it's looking like we're going into this potentially 3 wide.
Looks like those lap cars are going to get low for him. Try to let them through.
Oh man, those lap cars are much better people than I am because they're racing their own race out there.
The question is Nance going to be able to catch back up to that 52 car?
Yeah, that's something that's gonna be pretty interesting.
I would not be surprised because I'm looking at 4 lap cars directly in front of Lance.
And the gap now looks like it's closing up, or maybe it's getting bigger.
3 wide, turn 1. As Lance threads the needle through, making short work of that. He had Mcguire on his inside and the 54 of Guilherme Poulin on his outside.
Lap traffic is definitely playing a factor tonight, as a lot of these guys are having some trouble, and the 19 gets loose. That's gonna bring the caution out.
I was just spectating Jonathan Nance when that happened.
19 of Alex Forget.
Yeah.
He just got
It
loose
looks
coming
like
out of the corner and could
trying
not
to
save
drive
it.
a little bit too hard, got on it too fast, and he's boom right into the wall.
I'm surprised they're having that much of a loose issue here. I don't know when his last time into pits was. Maybe he's getting a little bit low on fuel and he hasn't been filling it back up because he doesn't need it, but it just seems quite unusual to be that far into a run and just lose the rear end like that. Oh, there he goes into the pit entrance barrel.
The other cars that are going to follow him in are going to be Adam Alshire, Lance Hill, Daniel Quigley, and I
Jonathan
just got lost right there.
What in the heck is going on here?
We're going to have... Man, I'm not even going to talk anymore. I'm just getting my words mixed up. I feel dyslexic.
Jonathan Nance and Chase Harden are going to stay out. We'll see if they're able to hold off everybody behind them who's on fresher tires. And Chase Harden's coming in the pits.
He's going to come in. I was about to say that's a pretty wise decision because fresh tires, they really matter at this style of track. Especially coming up with, what's it going to be, 12 to go at the restart, I think. Don't quote me, I'm not very good at math. I failed geometry.
Yep, I think we're gonna have 15 laps to go.
It's
14?
something like that. I had a calc exam today. My brain's fried. I can't do simple math. 125 minus 108. That's something like what, 13? I don't know.
Looks like we're going to have some cars staying in the pits a little bit longer. David Mcguire and Nick Joyner along with Marshall Harris to get some of their damage cleared up. Ryan Simone's finally going to come into the pits.
That is a very interesting strategy by Jonathan Nance. Staying out on those 40-lap old tires. We'll see what he's able to do.
Is he the only one that didn't pit on the lead lap there?
Yeah, he is, and he's got 50-lap old tires. He last pitted on lap 57.
Now,
Oh, dude, he doesn't stand a chance.
hey man, you never know with him the way that he can run these tracks. Yeah, I've seen him take
He's on the
4
front row,
second
man.
leads. That's true.
Jonathan Nance is on the front row with Adam Ailshire on the outside, which is arguably the dominant line. As the lap cars get the wave around. Oh.
I don't see why he didn't pit. Hey man, maybe he thinks he can stick it out.
We'll find out.
He could also be trying to take a little bit of a gamble. Staying out and then maybe next caution coming in, and it looks like the pace truck is coming back down.
With 15 laps to go, that doesn't work.
Are we gonna get another one?
Even if we do, it's... Well, we're about
Green
to find
flag
out
is
here
back
as the
out.
green flag is dropped.
48's gonna get a real good restart. At number 52, Lance Hill's gonna move up.
Yeah, I'm
They're
really
gonna
curious about
go
that
for
gap that was left there by the 40.
Whoa! What happened there? Looks like he got loose and was able to save it. Caution's gonna come out.
Oh, I'm looking at 4 cars, 4 trucks parked up in the wall.
Oh, is that what happened?
Ooh! Looks like a little bit of netcode between the 13 and the 39. And that's gonna cause a huge pile up.
Oh, man.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
go
back to
back
watch
and
this
look at that.
restart.
Was that net code? That might have been a little bit of net code, yep. Oh man, that's a big one right there.
I'm going back and looking at that.
Question is Jonathan Nance gonna pit? I know Nick Joyner just pitted.
You know, I'm looking back at this restart. I feel bad for driver Anthony Edrington. He found himself on the outside. Just a sec.
Yeah, it looks like there was definitely a little bit of net code between the 13 and the 39. And it looks like that's gonna Jonathan Nance is going to be coming into the pits.
Sorry about that little laugh, everybody. There's some very funny radio chatter going on.
Alex Forget is coming in as well with Gualmi Poland and Robert Morrison, Chase Jones, and Nick Joyner.
And the question is, why? This late into the race? I mean, I get Jonathan Nance because he didn't take time first. But these guys coming in this late? What do you think about that, Gary?
I don't know. But there's 10 cars on the lead lap. They all pitted on lap 107. Everyone behind, or 10 cars who pitted on lap 107. Everyone behind them pitted on lap 114. I wonder if Jonathan Nance is expecting a little bit of or a few guys behind him as well, expecting some wrecks up front, especially coming to 9 laps to go.
I guess all it takes is one caution this late in the race to turn into a show, to say the least.
Now, I know I asked the question earlier, and
oh yeah, I never even
you didn't have the answer. Okay, but I'm gonna ask it again. Who you have seen it? We're this late in the race. Who you guys got? What you picked?
You know, I like the look of the 24 truck. I know he's a lap down, and his chances may not be the best, but I'm a gambling man, and I think Corey Raboin stands a chance to unlap himself and get the win here.
All right, Gary, who you got?
I know earlier I picked Alex Forget, but honestly, I'm gonna have to go with Tony Edrington right now. He's up 16 spots. He started back in 16, so he was able to drive through the field, and looks like the pace truck is off.
Boys, I'm gonna pick Lance Hill. I'm gonna pick Lance. I think he's got this one in him. Rewind in turn 1. This 69 is gonna go around.
Lance.
There it is.
I think Lance and Adam are on the same team. I raced with them for quite a while, and I know they're really good buddies. And I just saw Lance just slice the front of Adam off, exiting that corner.
Man,
that was very
crazy.
weird restart. Is it just me, or were there lap cars in front of them on that restart?
Lap cars.
There was.
There were lap cars, and go ahead.
I don't know why they weren't waved around.
It's another iRacing thing, and I want to say that you jinxed this one, Isaac. You said there might be another caution. I think you jinxed this.
Hey man, all I'm saying is my dude that I picked got his lap back because he was leading the pack when the caution came out. So my pick is still in. He's halfway there. He unlapped himself. Now he's just gotta get a few positions.
Really, I'm gonna have to stay solid with Lance Hill right here. I think he's got it in him. You know, from what I've seen of his old highlights when he used to be here, he was very good at short tracks. So I'm gonna have to stay with him.
Are you guys hearing anything over the radio? Because that was definitely a very weird restart.
Yeah, we are. There's some colorful chatter going on. Corey Raboin coming into the pits.
And Jonathan Nance was unfortunately collected in that one as well. He's coming to the pits now, but that's going to end his night. And Joshua O'Connor also got involved in that.
You know, we're going into green-white checkered territory here. I think this is the point where we see somebody like Daniel Quigley send it in on this restart, and he's just not going to lift. I think we're going to see a row 2 just send it full send going into this restart.
Yeah, we definitely might get that. And we got Daniel Quigley and Tony Edrington up there. They might. Yeah, you're right. They'll probably
All I gotta
send
say,
that.
you start on that second row, and we're looking at a no hold bar, green white checkered NASCAR overtime finish. 8 wheels turn a lot better than 4.
Yeah, man, I
You
agree.
get down there on that apron going into turn 1, and you can ride that up.
I think during this restart, we're going to see some guys that are going to be tight enough to throw a blanket right over the top. I think we're
Look
going
at
to see
Ryan
some
Hoover
contact.
making their way back up there.
Yeah,
And the
he
top
was.
five coming into the
him.
restart. Gary, you want to read off the top 5 coming in the restart?
Yeah, we got Lance Hill restarting first, Adam Alshire in second, Daniel Quigley third, Tony Edrington fourth, Ryan Hoover fifth, and the green flag is back out. And
Right,
it
baby,
looks
fire in the
like
hole.
That was a little awkward. It wasn't the best restart from the second row. There's a really big checkup. I don't know what's
Lance
going on
Hill,
with
he's
these
taking
restarts
charge.
tonight.
Lance Hill's taking
Just
charge.
another-
They're going to come around. Right?
Oh, I was just saying, so as well as it looked like the pack just wasn't organized on that restart. We're kind of coming up here. That was the white flag this time by, wasn't it?
I think it's this time by King. Not sure.
Well, let's look back through the pack. Right now we got 1-2 wide battle for 6th place between Vincent and Alex Forget. Right now Vincent has him by half a bumper. And as Alex Forget makes the pass going into the corner.
I think that's it. I think that's your checkered flag.
Oh, that
And
was
Lance
the
Hill.
checkered flag.
Lance Hill coming across for the checkered flag. He's gonna get a win
bump by the
in his
48.
first race back in a very long time. So Lance
And the
Hill's definitely
48.
gotta be happy with that one.
48's going to give him a little bump of respect right there. And he's going to do his burnouts in the front row. Right there on the finish line. That's what I'm talking about. Man, I told you when I picked him, this is his style of track.
And while we're waiting for these guys to hop into podium, what did you guys think of tonight's race?
Man, this was awesome. It met all of my expectations, and I was really excited coming into this one, and this was great. What about you, Isaac?
It was a pretty enjoyable evening. You know, we saw a lot of battles. We got a little bit of a green flag run in there. We had a lot of restarts with a lot of side-by-side action. I saw some successful 3-wide driving at Nashville Fairgrounds. So, I mean, I can't count that as a loss. I'd say this is a pretty enjoyable race to not just spectate, but also broadcast with you.
Oh yeah, this was definitely a really fun race to broadcast. I really appreciate you guys hopping into the booth as sort of a one-off. We'll see if in the future you guys will be hopping up in the booth possibly as well. I'm not too sure about that, but I really enjoyed broadcasting tonight with y'all.
Yeah, it was a fun one.
I got plenty of time to dedicate more towards iRacing and stuff now that the school semester's over.
Man, and Lance Hill, Burnouts on burnouts. Looks like he came down pit road, came out, and did another drift around the track.
We're still waiting for them to hop in the Podium Fishes channel. While we're waiting for Daniel Quigley, I'm going to go ahead and pull up Adam Mcguire. Hey, Adam, it's the guys up in the booth. You got a copy?
Kind of backwards way is this? Starting with the dude that finished second?
I don't think he has a copy. I think we should send him back down and wait for him to get a copy. I think he's not here right now.
Hey, Adam, it's the guys up in the booth. You got a copy?
Well, this is awkward. I don't think this has ever happened before. Don't quote me on that, though.
Oh, it's happened before.
Oh, man, that's hilarious.
Looks like...
I think he's dead.
Oh, I think we fixed it. Hey, Adam, it's the guys up in the booth. You got a copy?
There we go. Hello.
There we go. It was your microphone. You know, it happens to the best of us.
I think we're having a little bit of issues with Discord, but talk us through tonight. You were dominating all race long, finishing second. What was your plan coming in tonight?
Honestly, I knew it was close to the playoffs, and I didn't want to mess anyone up, so I was just kind of running my race. It turned out to be the lead and trying not to wreck people under the lap cars. That lap, I think 70 something, I thought it killed my truck, and I raced back to the lead apparently, and my truck was unharmed.
Yeah, I know earlier on in this race, we did have a very interesting restart. Talk us through what was going on, because I know some people were saying that the green flag went out before the pace truck came down pit road.
I don't know if it had something to do with that lap car or what, but the green flag came out in the middle of 3 and 4. The pace truck wasn't even off yet, and I didn't want to get run over, so I was like in between going and not going, and it kind of just worked out. I don't know. It worked out for me. I don't know how it worked out for others.
All right, Isaac and Payne, you guys got any questions for him? If not, we'll let you do some shout-outs, Adam.
I don't have anything for you. I just want to say good race, man. Congratulations on the podium, and welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was an enjoyable race to watch. Welcome back, man.
Thank you.
All right, you got any shout-outs before we send you back down to the podium?
Taylor, being a league owner, invited me back in to race. It was fun tonight, at least. Everyone raced me clean for the most part. The lap cars were pretty good. Thanks to my family for getting me all this stuff and helping me get this stuff, and my girlfriend for watching.
All right, congratulations on your second place finish, and we'll talk to you in the future.
Thank you.
Looks like we're having a little bit of issues trying to get Daniel Quigley back up here.
Yeah, I saw him pop in and out of the channel below.
Oh, there he is. He's in there now.
Hey, Daniel, it's the guys up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Hey, man, you started 6th, then you drove it up to 3rd. I know you were towards the back at one point. Tell us your plan coming into this thing.
Here, he's not here anymore.
He's not in here.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright. That was pretty awkward, but I know you started 6th, then drove it up to 3rd. I know you were towards the back at one point, but did a really good job driving up through the field. Talk us through that last restart. What's your plan coming into this race?
So on the last restart, I got the bottom. I really wanted the top. I really feel like I could have gave him something if I had the top lane, but the bottom just could not get moving on the restart. You just lost all your grip, and it just felt like you were sliding up every time.
Yeah, it definitely looks like that top lane was the dominant line tonight. Um, did you have any what was your did you have any pit strategies in mind coming in tonight?
Well, I really just wanted to break it into two, which I feel like we did. I stuck with the leaders. I think we pitted about 60, and then I was hoping just to stay out, but then that caution with 20 to go, we really had to pit. I was hoping a couple more would stay out, but I had two in front of me who pitted with me, and I just could not get around them.
I'm gonna let Isaac and Payne ask you any questions if they've got any. If not, we'll let you do some shout outs if you got any.
I don't have anything for you, buddy. Good job. Congratulations on the podium.
Thank you.
Excited to see you next week.
You got it.
Yeah, it was enjoyable watching you drive tonight. You really stuck it out and put in a solid effort. I'm happy to see it paid off for you.
Yeah, by the way, I know when I was running in second, I had everyone behind me, and you guys thought that I just let everyone pass me. But I got so loose off of two. If I didn't get off the gas, I was slamming the inside wall.
I was gonna say I couldn't remember if that was you or if it was Jonathan
Yep.
Nance, but I was like, I was just doing a whole spiel on like track position and the importance of it. I'm like, oh no, what's he doing?
No, I got on the gas coming out of two, and the car just wanted to go straight to the inside wall. So it was either
Oh,
get
I
off the gas
gotcha.
or end the race.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
had
I
us a
know the
little
feeling.
confuzzled.
I've been there a time or two at Rockingham. Good job tonight.
All right, thank you.
Alright. You got any shout outs here before I let you go?
Nope. I think I'm good.
Alright, well, good job on the third place finish tonight, and hopefully we'll see you here in the future.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's get our winner, Lance Hill, up here. I'm excited to talk to him. Hey, Lance, how's it going, guys, up in the booth? You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Gary, take it away.
Hey, Lance, I know you were driving up through the field. You're up 8 positions tonight. Talk us through your plans coming into this race.
Yeah, it was very, very stressful, not gonna lie. I had to start like ninth after having a bad qualifying, and I finally worked my way up to third, and I ended up spinning. Not not the thing I really wanted to do in that situation. I really wanted to try my best and hold on to that spot. Yeah, I ended up falling back to like, I don't know, like 19th or so, however many cars were out there, and somehow I managed to drive my way back up. So very fortunate to be in victory lane tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Congratulations on that win. I saw you were, I believe that you were second on the outside, or you were lead car on the outside. Do you think that played a factor into how you were able to get out front on that last restart?
Kind of, because the bottom is very, very tough to just pass on anyways. So let alone restart, because I mean, if you're on a restart, you can just kind of stay in the throttle just a little bit with a little bit of brake, and just sail around the outside and pass the guy on the bottom. So really, it was pretty simple just to try and stay in it, and I didn't really pinch him at all. I don't really think, but it wasn't that difficult, just because restarting on the high side, you get that massive runoff, and you can really just stay in the throttle a little bit in the center of the corner.
All right, Isaac and Payne, you guys got anything for him before Lance does any shoutouts?
Lance, good job tonight. I was real excited to watch you race. When we took the picks, I said, Lance Hill, that's going to be him. I've seen your clips from when you used to race, and I know this is your style. And congratulations, man.
Thank you, man.
I got nothing for you. Good race tonight. Good win. Look forward to seeing you around in the league again.
Thanks, Isaac.
All right, we'll let you do a shoutouts if you got any before we let you go here.
I just want to thank my parents for supporting me, my entire family all together for supporting me, all my friends for just and letting me do what I do instead of bugging me about when I hang out all the time, and thank my friend Adam for running with me tonight. Also, just want to give a shout out to the hometown or the home track, Nashville Fairgrounds. So, and also y'all for broadcasting. So, I think that's all I got.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Congratulations on your win tonight, and hopefully we'll see you up here in the future.
Thanks, man.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
All right, tonight was a pretty exciting race. How about we go through the finishing results here tonight before we hop out? It
All right,
looks.
Gary, you want to start us off?
Go ahead, Isaac. Then you can start us off if you want to.
All right. Our race rundown is Lance Hill for first place, Adam Aylshire second, Daniel Quigley third, Anthony Edrington fourth place, Ryan Hoover fifth, Vincent Vacan coming home in sixth, Alex Forget wrapping up in seventh position, Chase Harden, Peyton's brother, in eighth place tonight, Ryan the Twig Simone finishing up in ninth, and Guillaume Poulin finishing up 10th place.
Yeah.
You want me to go through the whole one, or you want to take
Br-
off after?
Brandon Hughes in the 32 finishing out 11th. Joshua O'Connor in the 39 finishing 12th. Corey Raboyne in the 24 finishing 13th. Robert Morrison in the 45. Robert Morrison in the 45. He's actually finishing 14th. Corey Raboyne was 13th. David Mcguire in the 69. He's finishing 15th. Jonathan Nance in the 8. He's going to have a tough break. Finished 16th. Chase Jones in the number 13. He's going to finish 17th. David Harden in the 34. Finishing 18th. Nick Joyner in the number 86. Finishing 19th. Marshall Harris in the number 78. He's going to round out your top 20.
And your 21st place finisher is going to be Josh Van Westen. A very tough night for him, as we saw he got involved in a couple of accidents. And it just did nothing worked in his favor tonight. You know, it feels bad, man. And 22nd, last place finisher is going to be Adam Lecce, who got involved in that crash early on in the race. And that's going to come out and round up your finishing list tonight.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to sign us out here. It was definitely a really good race tonight. What's your guys' take on it?
It was everything I expected coming in, you know. I like this track. I like the style of racing. I was really excited to see, you know, everything that I'd hoped for. And it was great. What about you, Isaac?
Overall, I liked it. We had a lot of action out there tonight, a little bit of strategy. Track position went a far way, and it provides some interesting results.
Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and end off the broadcast here. My name is Gary Sack, and I'm joined today by Isaac Degner and Peyton Harden, and we'll holler at y'all later.
See y'all.